Hey, shalom, shalom, Israel. Most High in Christ bless. Captain Severus here. We're tuned in Tuesdays. All right. All right. Tonight's topic is: shall we not receive the good and the evil? All right. Shot it past Captain Zakar. That's hopefully he'll adjust the title. But for now, title: shall we not receive the good and the evil? All right. So let's go into. We're gonna dive straight into the lesson. Okay. Now, the purpose of the lesson, because walking into this, especially in this truth, we have to understand the condition of the battle. We have to understand the mindset of our King. He didn't just put you on this earth to do your own thing, to go shopping, all right, to buy the big house, okay? No, he didn't put you on this world to do your own thing. He put you on this world to serve him. And we're going to go into a couple of scriptures to dive into it, because I know a lot of our people living in a fantasy world or Christianity, right? They think as long as I call on the name of Jesus, everything is going to be right. Okay, you working on to float on a cloud. No, that's not what it's all about. Okay, and we're going to go with some scriptures to understand how we must adjust our mindset to receive not only the benefits, but also the trials that come along with it. Okay, it's going to be some dangerous trials, but we have to prepare our minds for it. Okay, that's what this whole mission is about, preparing ourselves for the battle. Give me that 2 Ezra 7 and 6. And before we start too, I want to thank all Israel again for your support. First of all, the Most High for allowing me to survive what I went through, and the leadership that definitely helped my family out. I want to thank everybody else for your support and prayers. All right, go ahead. 2 Ezra 7 and 6.
2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 6.
Come on.
There is also another thing.
There's also another thing. Come on.
A city is builded and set upon a broad field.
That's our goal. That city that's waiting, our homeland, which is waiting for the kingdom. Come on.
And it's full of all good things.
It's full of what?
Of all good things.
That means there's no slums, there's no ghettos in that city. There's nobody broke in that city. There's nobody robbing in that city. There's nobody sick in that city. Come on.
The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
I want you to understand that. That's very important. That entrance to get into that city where there's no sickness, there's no slums or ghettos, no hood, no niggas waiting for you to come home at midnight to rob you, to plot on you, to holler at your wife, right? It said that in the entrance of that city is narrow and dangerous, right? Come on.
Like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
Come on.
And one only path between them both.
You're going to go down to verse 9. Come on.
Even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once.
So this mission is for that one person, that one soul to go through it to inherit that city. Come on.
If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
Stop. Now, it said, if it was just given to us, if that city, the entrance of that city wasn't made dangerous, how can it's just like just giving your children at a young age without any wisdom, without knowing the hardship of how money is made or whatever benefits that you have in life is made, without teaching them that. It's like just giving it to him. Here's the keys to the car. Here's your inheritance right now. What do you think that child's going to do? He's going to blow it. He won't know how to manage it, okay? Because he don't know the struggles, the pain that parent took in order to have those things in place for him. Those children don't. Remember, most of my kids, they just think of money grows on trees. They think, oh, Dad, I need $5. I got a field trip coming up, $20. Yeah, sure. Let me go in my magic suitcase that's full of money and pull it out for you. That's how our children think. Now, the scriptures tell you, if the kingdom, which is full of those good things, was just handed to you, we would not know how to take it. We would not be worthy. We would not be worthy to enter into that kingdom, okay? So the Lord is letting you know there's a kingdom waiting on us, but in order to get it, you're going to have to go through pain. It's dangerous. And it's amazing how the Lord lets you know those two worst deaths, get destroyed by fire and to be drowned. Those are the two horrible deaths, right? And it's placed right there as an opposition to us before we enter into the kingdom. Read on.
And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
So again, this is for Israel. This is our portion. This is our lot. In order to go and to gain the kingdom, we have to anticipate the dangers to come. All right, this is not no what do you call? This is not a hunky-dory story where you skipping through the tulips, right? This is not that. This is about pain and the restoration of a kingdom, a nation of people, right? Come on, jump down to verse 12 for me.
Verse 12. Then were the entrances of this world made narrow.
It was made narrow. It was made by design, purposely. I'm going to put this nation of people through pain. I'm going to make it narrow. I'm going to make it small, not easy to go through. Come on.
Full of sorrow and travail.
What is it full of?
Full of sorrow and travail.
It didn't say smiles. It didn't say peace of mind. No, it said sorrows and travail. Read.
They are but few and evil.
Come on.
Full of perils and very painful.
Remember, it said it is few and what? Evil. Evil. Wait a minute. Hold up. Not my Jesus. That's what you might be saying. Not your God, right? We're gonna find out. Get Isaiah chapter 45, start at verse 5 and 7. We'll come back. It said, remember, he said he purposely made the entrance thereof narrow, full of sorrows, travail, evils. Okay, let's see who made those. Isaiah chapter 45, start at verse 5. You're going to read down to verse 7.
Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 5. I am the Lord and there is none else.
Yeah, I am the Lord and there is none else. Come on.
There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me.
Read.
That they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me.
Read.
I am the Lord and there is none else.
Read.
I form the light.
He formed the light.
And create darkness.
Hold on. Let's get darkness. Remember, you got to bring me back now. We got to go back to Ezra. All right. So give me darkness. Go to Job chapter 10, verse 22. Let's see what darkness is. It says, I form the light. I create darkness. Okay. Give me that. Let's get darkness. What is darkness?
Job.
Go ahead.
Job chapter 10 and verse 22. A land of darkness.
Read.
As darkness itself.
Read.
And of the shadow of death.
Come on.
Without any order.
Without what?
Without any order.
Without what?
Any order.
That's darkness. When the Bible is talking about darkness, it was without order. The laws is order. Matter of fact, go back, go read that again, and then we're going to explain what the light is. Darkness, right? He said, I form the light and create darkness, right? Come on.
Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7.
Read.
I form the light.
I form the light.
And create darkness.
Let's get what light is. Proverbs 6 and 23. Come on.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp.
The what?
The commandment is a lamp.
Read.
And the law is light.
So the law is light, meaning with order. It has order, structure, guidance. It's going to say it. Read on.
And reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
Read.
To keep thee from the evil woman.
To keep you from the evil way, right? The evil woman. Go back now. Go back. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. Finish it up. It said, I form the light. I create darkness without order, right? Read on.
Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 7. I form the light and create darkness.
Read.
I make peace and create evil.
Whoa, wait a minute. It said, I create peace and create evil. Read.
I, the Lord, do all these things.
So both those powers, both those elements is in the hand of the Lord. That's what you call a God who has full control of good and evil. That's a God. That's what you call a God, right? Now, let's go back to Ezra. Go back to Ezra now. Chapter 7. Now jump up, read verse 12 again, and then you're going to go to verse 57 through 59.
2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 12. Then were the entrances of this world made narrow.
Made narrow.
Full of sorrow and travail.
Read.
They are but few and evil. Full of perils and very painful.
Very painful. Come on.
For the entrances of the elder world were wide and sure and brought immortal fruit.
You had everything. We had everything we wanted. Our forefathers had everything. They were in the kingdom already. They was in that city with no pain, nobody aging, nobody dying of Alzheimer's, diabetes. None of that was going on. But he said, It was handed to us. It was given to us then. But he said, now we got to fight to get to that kingdom again. Read.
If they then that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things.
Come on.
They can never receive those that are laid up for them. Mm-hmm. Now, therefore, why disquietest thou thyself?
Jump down to 57 now. 57 down to 59.
Verse 57. Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle.
It's the what?
The condition of the battle.
This is the condition of the battle. We have been put on this earth. Now we are in the midst of a battle. What kind of battle? You might say, okay, it's the drug wars. No, it's not that. No, we are in a spiritual battle. Give me that in Corinthians. You know what I want. Give me that. What kind of battle we in? What kind of battle? You got it?
2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
It's not guns and knives anymore. It's not swords and shields anymore. But it's what?
But mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations.
Now the war is in your mind. Now it's in your spirit, right? How are you dealing with the things now? How are you fighting your battle now? Because now what are we at odds with? The lust of this world. The darkness of this world. That's what we are at war with now. In order to gain what? The kingdom, eternal life, peace. The scripture said in Ezra, all those good things are sitting and waiting for us. But we got to go through the battle. You got what I want? Read that again.
Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God.
You see that? So now it's letting you know how to fight this battle. We must cast down all imagination that goes contrary to the laws of God, that goes contrary to the light. But we are the children of the light, right? Read.
And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ.
It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. And the fight begins with us. It begins in our mind. It begins with us. We have to overcome the old man. We have to subdue that old man, right? That old woman, that wretched man we are. Beautiful class, Deacon Ithon brought out past Sabbath. So that's part of the battle right there. So from there now, go to Deuteronomy 11 and 20. No, you go back to Ezra. Read. You didn't finish reading. Back to Ezra. Read down to verse 59.
2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 58. Verse 57, then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle.
This is the condition of the battle?
Which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say.
So if he get the victory, he'll get that kingdom, that city that was waiting for him. Read. But if he's overcome, he shall what? Suffer. That's failure. That's the weeping and gnashing of teeth. And at the end of the day, guess what? It's you that fell. You're the one that ends up failing because of your lust, your lack of faith. That's what caused us to fail and be defeated in this battle. All right, read on.
For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose thee life that thou mayest live.
Okay, from there, Deuteronomy 11 and 26. Deuteronomy 11 and 26. Mention Moses. Moses spoke about this. So let's go to Moses, 11:26.
Deuteronomy chapter 11 and verse 26. Behold, I have set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
He set before us a what?
Blessing and a curse.
A what?
A curse.
Come on.
A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God.
See, a blessing if we obey the commandments of God, right? We will set the tone. We will have the weapons prepared for us for that battle, to win that battle. Come on.
Which I command ye this day.
Read.
And a curse, if ye will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God.
Read.
But turn aside out of the way which I command you this day.
Turning outside the way, meaning you're going to fall either into the fire or into the water. All right? And I want you to forget what Ezra wrote. Come on.
To go after other gods which ye have not known.
Going after other gods is a guaranteed way for you to fall after. What's those other gods? That's Christianity. All right? That's Christianity. That's those idols that you serve. That's voodoo. Okay, those other things that's outside of God, what God commanded us. Right now, from there, let's go to where I got here. John chapter 3, verse 19.
The book of John, chapter 3 and verse 19. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world.
This is the reason why most of our people have failed. Read, light has come into the world, right?
And men loved darkness.
They what?
Loved darkness.
They what?
Loved darkness.
Remember, folks, for us not to forget the thought. No, it's going to explain it. Keep reading. Keep reading down to verse 20.
Rather than light, because their deeds were evil.
Because what?
Their deeds were evil.
Read.
For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light.
Everyone that do what?
Doeth evil hateth the light.
Meaning you love darkness. That's another precept for darkness, right? You love the darkness. That means you love evil. You hate the light. You hate the laws of God. You hate the correction, which is there to give you life, to help you out. And it's amazing how the Lord extends his hand. He lets you know, listen, I'm giving you a fixed fight. I'm giving you the boxing gloves loaded. Loaded boxing gloves. You guaranteed to knock them out. Haymakers coming 24/7. You guaranteed to win. And you talking about, nah, you know what? Let me get those regular gloves. Nah. The Lord is giving you a way to win. He's making a way for you to escape, to overcome yourself, and you guaranteed to be in the kingdom. But because of the lust of this world and everything in it, guess what? We fall. We fall. We forget that not only that God, he is the creator of, matter of fact, give me that. Deuteronomy 6 and 25. Get that. Start at verse 24. Get that.
Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 25.
Start at verse 24. Let me look at it. Hold on. Yeah, start at verse 24.
Verse 24. And the Lord commanded us to do all these statutes.
Do all these statutes.
To fear the Lord our God.
Come on.
For our good always.
For what?
Our good always.
He said, he let you know for our good always. We good. Stay right here in the statutes, in the commandments. You good. You all right. It's going to be bumpy. It's the scripture said it's going to be painful, but you still going to win. Read.
That he might preserve us alive, as it is at this day.
Come on.
And it shall be our righteousness.
Our what?
Our righteousness.
Come on.
If we observe to do all these commandments.
If we do what?
Observe to do.
To do. Tell your Christian church, if you still in Christianity, tell them, pastors, yes, you have to do righteousness. Righteousness is an action word. You have to do it. Come on.
All these commandments.
All these what?
Commandments.
Light. Order. Read.
Before the Lord our God.
Our God. Come on.
As he hath commanded us.
As he had commanded us. From there, go back now. Go back to John. Read verse 20 one more time. One more again.
John chapter 3 and verse 20. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light. Neither cometh to the light.
Neither cometh to the light. What's keeping them from coming to the light? Why? Because they love sin. They are addicted to sin now. They don't want the correction. That's why your family members, they don't want to hear nothing what the Bible say. Your husband that don't believe, he don't want to hear nothing what the Bible say. And it's baffling how when I hear a husband who doesn't want his wife to be at the Sabbath or doesn't want to have his wife in this truth, when it's beneficial to you. This truth is beneficial to you as a husband. You telling me I could get my wife is submissive to me? You mean I'm the head of the what? Nah, what it is you love sin. You know if she has to walk that straight path, you yourself have to be straight. That means there's no jump off on the side you calling, none of that. None of that happened. You could be a full-fledged demon, right? That's what happened. That's what it is, that men love darkness. All right, from there, go to Job. Go to Job chapter 2, verse 9. All right. Shall we not receive the good and the evil? Let's dive into our forefather Job.
The book of Job, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Come on.
Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die.
Stop right there. Go to Job chapter 1 now. Let's see. What brought this on? Job 1, verse 1. You're going to read down to 3.
The book of Job, chapter 1 and verse 1. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
And upright. Come on.
And one that feared God and eschewed evil.
Meaning he had nothing to do with evil. He feared God. He feared the judgments of God, right? Read on.
And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters.
Read.
His substance also was 7,000 sheep.
Listen up now. His substance also was what?
7,000 sheep.
Read.
And 3,000 camels.
Come on.
And 500 yoke of oxen.
Read.
And 500 she-asses. And a very great household. So that this man was the greatest of all the men of the east.
This is Job. This is our forefather Job. He had many substances. He had it. What's the cost of sheep today? Or what's the sheep? He said he had 7,000 sheep. Shoot, just for one sheep, I think is about $5,000. All right. So he had a lot of substance, right? Read on.
And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day.
So it was party time in their house. Now jump down to verse where I wanted. Go back to verse 2, chapter 2, read verse 3.
Job chapter 2 and verse 3.
Start at verse 1.
Yes, sir. Verse 1. Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord. And Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord.
Come on.
And the Lord said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth.
So Satan was on his job. Yes, Satan is on the earth doing his job in sons of men. Yes, that's his job. He's clocked in full time, 24/7. That's his payroll. Okay, he's on a timesheet clock from the Most High. He's doing his job. Read on.
From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
Come on.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job?
Have you what?
Considered my servant Job.
Have you what?
Considered my servant Job.
Brothers and sisters, now you're hearing how the condition of the battle is beginning. This is it right here. My servant Job. Satan. What is Satan's job? Let's get that real quick. Go to 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Let's see. He said, I was on the earth, walking to and fro. Let's see what he was doing.
1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8.
Come on.
Be sober, be vigilant.
Be sober, be vigilant, be on your A game. Don't be a simp. Don't be stupid. You make sure you in the spirit. Why?
Because your adversary, the devil,
come on,
as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
So now, when it comes crunch time, you saying, you know what? You open your mouth. I believe in this. I'm an Israelite. I believe in this. Fringes, check. Beard, check. Right? Garment, check. Sabbath day, check. I'm here, right? Guess what happens? Go back to Job 2. Read it again. This is what happens.
The book of Job, chapter 2 and verse 3.
Come on.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job?
You are now being considered. Your name has come up, just like what we're reading now. Job's name came up as for all Israelites. Remember, Job is just what they call a similitude for the nation of Israel, right? Your name will come up. Once you say, yes, I'm that, that's me. These are my forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yes, I'm that Israelites. The statutes and commandments. Yes, that's all me. Well, your name gonna come up. It will come up. Remember, we read it. This is the condition of the battle. Yes, read.
That there is none like him in the earth.
Read.
A perfect and an upright man.
Come on.
One that feareth God and escheweth evil.
And escheweth evil. Come on.
And still he holdeth fast his integrity.
And still he holdeth fast his integrity. Because on chapter 1, you go over it, Job lost all those great substances, even his children. All that was taken from him. It was all his goods taken away from him, his house destroyed, children killed, all that was gone, right? He was brought down low. Give me that. Sirach chapter 2 and 1 now. Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. And then we'll come back to chapter 2, verse 9 and 10. Read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Read.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord.
You come to what?
Serve the Lord.
What did it say in Job? Have thou considered my servant Job? Have thou considered my servant Job? Read.
Prepare thy soul for temptation.
Do what?
Prepare thy soul for temptation.
Come on.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
Stop. It says set thy mind aright. Set thy heart aright. Set your mind prepared for the evil to come, the trials to come, right? Read on.
And constantly endure.
Stop. It said constantly endure. You mean it's not just going to come one time? You mean it's not just going to be, hey, I might get cancer, I might get amputated, whatever the case may be, whatever the trial that the Lord decided to put on us. No, it's not just going to be that. It might be continual. It said constantly endure, constantly be prepared. You might not believe me. Let's see what Christ did. Read that in Luke now. We're going to come back. Luke chapter 4, verse 1. Luke chapter 4, verse 1.
The book of Luke, chapter 4 and verse 1. And Jesus, being full of the Holy Ghost, returned from Jordan and was led by the Spirit into the wilderness.
Remember now, Christ he's ready to go, right? Got the Holy Spirit on him. Go ahead, read on.
Being 40 days tempted of the devil.
Being what?
Tempted of the devil.
Satan was on his job. Remember, his job was what? Walking around seeking whom he may devour. So he was on his job. And who he came to tempt? Christ, our King. Read on.
And in those days he did eat nothing. And when they were ended, he afterward hungered.
Now jump down to verse, what I want. Hold on here. Verse 10. Read verse 10. Come on.
For it is written, he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee.
Hold on. No, I'm sorry. Verse 13. Verse 13.
Yes, sir. Verse 13. And when the devil had ended all the temptation.
So it came to an end, right? Christ stand 10 toes down. He was fortified. Read on.
He departed from him for a season.
Now, it said for a season, meaning what? I'll be back. I'll be back. For a season, meaning he'll be back. It's not just that one trial that you're going to experience. It's not going to be that one moment of sorrow. No, it's going to come back again until Christ come or you under the ground. That's how it is. That's why it says, go back now to Sirach. Go back to Sirach. Go back to Sirach.
Sirach chapter 2 and verse 2. Set thy heart aright and
get your mind right. Come on.
And constantly endure.
Constantly endure. Constantly endure. Why? Read.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Don't run. Don't make excuses. Don't take the coward way out. Read.
Cleave unto him and depart not away.
Read.
That thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
That thou may be increased at that last end. Right? That's the mind. That's the way we fortify our minds. That's how we prepare for the battle. Go back now to Job. Read 9 and 10.
The book of Job, chapter 2, in verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity?
You still holding on to the law? You still cleaving? After all that just happened, everything that you lost, you still holding on? Come on.
Curse God and die.
Right. Cast that stuff away and be ready for death. That's what's coming out of Job's wife, right? And a lot of us experience that. It might not be your wife. It might be your family member who's waiting for you to fall. See, look what happened. I told you it was going to happen. Come on back. I got the pork chop waiting for you. Yo, your gift is still under the Christmas tree. No, we ain't take it down. They waiting for you. Yeah, I got the wife. I got the white rice smothered in the pork chop gravy. How you like it? We got the shrimp dips, all that ready for you. Come on back. I told you. It might not come in the form of your wife like Job. It might come in the form of a family member who's waiting for you, or a friend waiting for you to fail, or that boss waiting for you to break the Sabbath and take that extra bonus. That's how it might come. Okay? Read.
But he said unto her,
listen up.
Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh.
And that should be your spirit. That should be your mindset. What the hell are you talking about? You sound stupid. Read.
What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God? And shall we not receive evil?
Read that with power, man. Come on.
Shall we receive good at the hand of God?
Right.
And shall we not receive evil?
Shall we not receive the evil as well? Shall we not receive the evil as well? Yeah, we got the good. We got the blessings. Yes, but that's just part of it. We got to go through the pain. Remember, Zaman said, hey, give me that quote. Give me that quote. I don't know, Mordecai, you found it? Put it up for me. Put that quote up. Shall we not remember, he said in Isaiah, I created the light and the darkness, peace and the evil. We have to embrace both of them, y'all. We're going to have to embrace both of them. You're going to have to master both of them. That's what's going to make you a better judge. That's going to make you a better judge. You got that for me? You got that quote? Put it up. Here we go. Look at this. Read that for me.
Hard times create strong men.
Hard times create strong men. Come on.
Strong men create good times.
See? So, because when you properly fortify, because mostly strong men, they what? They working on what? Getting things done. They don't care about how hot the sun is. They don't care how early they got to wake up. They don't care, right? They don't care about how many people talking bad about them. They don't care what they lost, okay? Most of them were raised in the mud, walking through concrete, snow, rain. They don't care. And it says what? Strong men what?
Create good times.
Create good times. Come on, read.
Good times create weak men.
Here we go. So when we remember what Ezra said, if the kingdom now was just given to you, would you be worthy? No, you wouldn't be worthy. You wouldn't even be able to sleep right. Read on.
Weak men create hard times.
And weak men create hard times. Those that don't embrace the good and the evil, you will go through a hard time. Life will be hard for you. All right, life will be hard for you. Give me that real quick in Peter's. Go to Peter's 4 and 12. Hold on, let me see. Let me look at it first. Find it strange. Give me that.
Yes, sir. 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 12.
There we go. All praises.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you.
You see that? Think it not strange that what?
Concerning the fiery trial which is to try you.
To do what?
To try you.
It's to try us. It's to try you, Israel. It's to try you. To make you what? Stronger, better, worthy to go enter into the entrance. That's why it's put before us. These fiery trials is put there to make us good. Put that pressure on us. Because pressure's either going to make diamonds or it's going to bust pipes. That's it. That's it. Read that again.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you.
Come on.
As though some strange thing happened unto you.
Like some strange thing happened to you. Now you're scratching your head. Why, Lord? Why did this happen to me? Why is this happening to me? Why am I going through this? There's somebody else way worse than me. Now you're trying to find somebody more wicked than you. No, we are nothing. The Lord said we are just servants. Your good don't mean nothing. Lord said, I'm created both of this evil and this good. Embrace both of them. Master both of them so you can have interest into the kingdom. Okay? And that's the mindset of every parent too. They want to make sure our children understand, hey, listen, it's going to be a hard time, especially with my sons and my daughters. I make sure, listen, mom and dad, we work hard. We break our backs. You're going to have to go through it too if Christ don't come back yet. All right? You're going to have to go through. You got to build. You have to understand how early we wake up. That's why we put that pressure on our kids. Wake up, get ready now. We teach them these habits in order when it comes time for them to get into the work field or go to these schools that they on point and they doing it right. And they'll be what? Successful. Be successful. We have to prepare now. And this is what our Father is doing. Said, don't count. Read it again. Read it again.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial.
Think it not strange because of fiery trials. Come on.
Which is to try you.
It is to try us. Read.
As though some strange thing happened unto you.
Come on.
But rejoice.
But what?
Rejoice.
But what?
Rejoice.
The Bible said to rejoice. When you see that stuff going on, yeah. You can get in your spirit, get down on yourself a little bit. But after that, get back to work. Remember, we are servants. Saints, get back to work. We got a kingdom waiting on us. And we got a nation dependent on us. So there's no time for us to get down on ourselves, all right, asking God why this happened to us. No, Get back to work. Read.
But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Christ's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Right. It's because it might seem doom and gloom at this moment, right? You get a bad visit from the doctor, get a bad word from him. Telling you, hey, listen, it's not looking good for you. It says rejoice because your king went through it. He went through the pain. He know exactly what you're going through. He's letting you know, go through it. I got something set up for you. Just hold on just a little bit longer. Just hold on. I got you. Don't worry. Read.
Inasmuch as ye are partakers of Christ's suffering.
We are partakers of Christ's suffering. We are partakers. That means we're going to have to go through it. You hear the bishops, you hear the deacons constantly bringing that out, preparing us for the battle, preparing ourselves to embrace the evil, embrace it, because who's the creator? Our God. He said at the end of it, it's good. We done on that? Go to Judges now. Almost done. Judges chapter 3, verse 1. We're going to see how our king used to prepare us for battle now. Watch this. This is now the physical battle. Judges chapter 3, verse 1. You're going to read down to verse 4.
Yes, sir. Judges chapter 3 and verse 1. Now these are the nations which the Lord left.
Come on.
To prove Israel by them.
To do what?
To prove Israel.
Read.
By them.
Come on.
Even as many of Israel as had not known all the wars of Canaan.
So we didn't, the ones that came after, they didn't know about the wars that our forefathers fought before. They didn't know what war was. So the Lord said, listen, I gotta teach them. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and stir up the other nations. Let me cause the other nations to be jealous of my chosen. Let me go ahead. Come on, bring it. I need to get them practices. It's just like a father showing his child how to fight. You're gonna show. Remember, when they throw a jab like this, you gotta dodge, slip it like this. All right. When they get you up in the clinch, right, you gotta make sure you got your hooks in. All right. You gotta practice the trips. Anticipate this move, and the next thing you know, fathers do it all the time. Hey, who bothered you at the school? Use what I taught you. Use what I taught you. You heard what I said. That's what fathers do. Read.
Only that the generations of the children of Israel might know to teach them war.
To teach them what?
War.
Why did our God do that? Let's find out. Hold that. We're coming back. Exodus 15 and 3. You know what I want. Come on. This is why. Most of y'all, when y'all have these images of God in your mind, you thinking, white beard sitting on a throne, throwing out dandelions. Nope. Not our God. Let's see what the Bible says about our God. Read.
Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3.
Come on.
The Lord is a man of war.
The Bible said he is of a man of war. Read.
The Lord is his name.
The Lord is. Put some respect on his name. Now go back. Judges chapter 3 now.
Judges chapter 3 and verse 2.
Come on.
Only that the generations of the children of Israel might know to teach them war.
He always prepared us for war. Always. Whether it was physical, what we read it now, and what we read about in Corinthians, the spiritual battle. Read on.
At the least such as before knew nothing thereof. Namely, 5 lords of the Philistines.
Come
and
on.
all the Canaanites. And the Sidonians. And the Hivites. That dwelt in Mount Lebanon. From Mount Baal Hermon unto the entering in of Hamath.
Read verse 4 now. Come on.
And they were to prove Israel by them.
By what?
By them.
Read.
To know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of the Lord.
Damn. So the Lord said, listen, I'm going to prove you. I'm going to see if y'all going to listen to the orders that's coming down. I'm going to stir up these nations, and then they coming. What you going to do now? Are you going to turn and rely on your own wisdom and understanding, or are you going to follow the instructions that I laid out for you? Read. Come on.
And the children of Israel dwelt among the Canaanites, Hittites.
No. Back to verse 4. Read verse 4 again.
Verse 4. And they were to prove Israel by them.
By them, come on.
To know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of the Lord, which he commanded their fathers by the hand of Moses.
By the hand of, so the Lord is constantly proving us to see, all right, when this travail come, what are you going to do? Are you going to fold up? You going to just hide in the corner, slump down, and woe is me? What you going to do? Are you going to seek out other wisdoms of this earth to help you out, or you going to rely simply on the Lord, what he got set up for you? Proverbs 3 and 5. Almost done. Proverbs 3 and 5. Shall we not receive the good and the evil? Now you understand who's creating the evil, why the evil was created. So you shouldn't fear nothing. When you have that full understanding now, listen, you should know how to move. Cast your cares upon him. That's what he's constantly telling you. Read.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 5.
Come on.
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
All thy heart, all your mind. Come on.
And lean not unto thine own understanding.
Don't go into your own mind. Don't think you know more than what the Lord got lined up for you. Read.
In all thy ways.
In all thy ways.
Acknowledge him.
In all the things that you do, make sure you come back to the Lord. Send up your prayers. That's why we have the prayer 3 times a day. Make it your business to pray 3 times a day. Make it your business to fast. Use those tools that the Lord set before you. Come on.
And he shall direct thy paths.
You hear that? He shall direct thy path, meaning you guaranteed to win. Come on.
Be not wise in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes.
Don't think you know more than God. A lot of times that happens because we get shook. The fire or the flames get so overwhelming, right? We don't know how to breathe anymore. Remember that happened to me too. A sense of anxiety began to kick in. That's just Satan playing in your mind. What you gonna do now? Everything's burnt up. You could barely see. What you gonna do now? You say you want to go where now and do what work? Come on, man. Stop playing. You done lost your job now. What's going to happen now? What you gonna do? That's Satan. He's doing his job. And when in that moment, you should be reflecting on everything the scriptures has laid out. And when those voices begin to hit your ear, when I say voices, I mean the doubts begin to seep into your mouth. That moment of doubt, that's when you got to go back. Read verse 5 again.
Verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
God got me. He already told me about it already. And start having flashbacks. Remember when this situation happened? I remember my mother. That's when I remember my mom. She, had Alzheimer's, and she couldn't see. She was going blind. She was completely blind. And then I remember telling her, "Listen, Mom, don't worry. Your 4 parents. You had Isaac who went blind. You had all your 4 parents that went blind, and the Lord constantly blessed them. All right." Those things began to pop in my mind. Then the scriptures came flooding through your mind. You have to have that moment of thought. Wait, listen, I'm not going to let the Satan win. I already know the Lord created this situation, and he's going to see me, give me a way out. It's the reason why I'm going through this. I have to go through it to gain the kingdom. That should be your mindset every day. That should be your prayer. Lord, thank you for the good and the evil. And watch him work on you. Watch him build you up and prepare you for the battle. Watch how those old things don't move you anymore. That doubt begin to fade away, just a whisper. All right? From there, go to Psalms chapter 37 and 25. Matter of fact, James 4 and 7, and then give me Psalms 37. James chapter 4, verse 7. We got to stay in there. We have to understand the condition of the battle. We got to understand, yes, evil is there. We shouldn't just tuck tails and run. We got to stand firm. That's why it says in Psalms, who will rise up for me? The Lord is constantly asking you that question. Are you going to be the one? Are you going to be the one through tribulation to still rise up for the Lord? Read.
James chapter 4 and verse 7.
Come on.
Submit yourselves, therefore, to God.
Come on.
Resist the devil.
Do what?
Resist the devil.
The Bible said resist the devil. Know it's him at play. Know it's him in your ear trying to convince you, hey, listen, man, you can't do this. God forsake you, man. Come on, you by yourself. Stop. Reach out to your older homeboys that's sitting on money. That's Satan. Come on, read.
And he will flee.
He will do what?
Flee.
The Lord said he guaranteed to flee the same way he fled in the wilderness with Christ. Okay? Same way Israel put the other nations to flight in battle in the wilderness. Right? He said, read that again. Stay strong.
Submit yourselves, therefore, to God.
Come on.
Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
He will flee from you. Psalms 37 and 25. Come on.
Psalms chapter 37 and verse 25. I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread.
So if your way is the way of righteousness and you focus on the Lord, that's the path you choose, right? You just know you have to stay focused and the Lord will see you through it. He will see you through it. Same way he saw Job through it, right? The same way Israel is still going through it, but guaranteed to win. He said, just rely on me, trust in me. Matter of fact, go to, get that for me. Go to Isaiah chapter 26 and read verse 3. Come on.
The book of Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 3. That will keep him in perfect peace.
He guaranteed to keep you in perfect peace. Come on.
Whose mind is stayed on thee.
Your mind got to be stayed on him, the ways of righteousness. He's guaranteed that you will not lack. You will not lack. You will be around godly men, godly sisters and brothers that constantly hold you down. That's his promise to us. But you got to be in the right spirit. You got to constantly be working on yourself so you can walk in that way of righteousness. If not, you're going to be forsaken. The Lord tells you, read that one more time.
Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee.
Your mind must be stayed on the Lord. Give me Job 42 and 12. Job 42 and 12.
Job chapter 42 and verse 12.
Come on.
So the Lord blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning.
He did what?
Blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning.
He blessed the latter part of Job, what?
More than his beginning.
So all that he lost, he was doubled. Everything that he lost, the Lord doubled it, tripled it up for him. So that's light work for him. Oh, you worried about that? Here you go, man. Here's abundance of that. And that's the way we're supposed to be in this truth. We keep that same focus. The Lord's guaranteed to look out for you. He makes sure you're in the right place. That's why you always hear me say, no place I'd rather be. Serious about that. That should be your mindset. We are in the right place, Israel. Just hold on. Give me Philippians 2 and 1. Last two scriptures. Philippians 2, you're going to read down to verse 5. Come on. Start at verse 1.
Philippians chapter 2 and verse 1.
Right.
If there be therefore any consolation in Christ.
Come on.
If any comfort of love. If any fellowship of the Spirit. If any bowels and mercies.
Come on.
Fulfill ye my joy.
Fulfill the Lord's joy. By how?
That ye may be like-minded. Having the same love. Being of one accord.
Being of one accord. Come on.
Of one mind.
One mind.
Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory.
Come on.
But in lowliness of mind.
Lowliness of mind.
Let each esteem other better than themselves.
That means everything that I have, it's not just for me alone. I have to understand that even that 9 to 5 that you have, it's not for you only. That's why the Lord commands us to, give that arm, because that arms don't belong to you only. It's for the nation. It's for your brothers and sisters who hit that rough patch. Okay, read on.
Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others.
What's going on with this house? How's this family doing? All right. They lacking what now? Got it. We got it. We got it. No problem. We got it. And I'm telling you, it blows the ungodly away. Like, damn. Yo, they did what? Oh, man. Shoot, let me learn a little bit more about this. They did what? You mean I don't need to? Damn, they got it? You missing? Oh, okay. My bad. Shit. Because why? We applying the scriptures. One mind, one spirit. Read.
Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus.
You see that? Let this mind be in you. Let this mind be in you. Because it's the same mindset of our King. It's the same mindset of our King. Last scripture, Psalms chapter 119, verse 71. And we'll wrap it up. So Israel, it's time for you to embrace both of them. Our King, he lets you know he created the good and the evil. Embrace both of them. Ask the Lord to see you through the evil so we can rejoice together in the good. Come on.
Psalms chapter 119 and verse 71.
Read.
It is good for me that I have been afflicted.
You hear the mindset? It said, it's good that I've been afflicted. It's good. Come on.
That I might learn thy statutes.
That I might what?
Learn thy statutes.
On the path of righteousness. On that path to that good city that's laid up with all those good things. No more pain, no more. No more tears, sorrow. That's what's waiting on us. All right. So Israel, wrap it up here. I'll pray you glean something from there. Thank you for joining us on Tune In Tuesdays. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
What is the nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word